Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Happy Monday, a brand new week, and holy moly. Traders in the market were sure happy, I'll tell you that, because the S&P 500 closed up 1.5% today, with SPY at 681.44 on the close. This is a chart, and my oh my, since April, what a big rise there was. But we had this pullback, which was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 session pullback, which is about almost 2 weeks of trading days. And then we had this big rally. Now, here's what I want to talk about today. This is the paradigm that we've seen in the stock market. But let's look at gold, and I'll just use the GLD ETF for that. We see basically about the same shape, don't we? It started dropping a little bit earlier, and the last 8 trading sessions was a little bit more sideways, but we had a pullback right around the same time and a big gap up today. Now, you might be scratching your head saying, that doesn't make any sense. Aren't stocks and gold supposed to kind of move in the opposite direction? Isn't gold a safe haven? Well, let's talk a little bit about that. I want to narrow in on just this last move over the last, since the beginning of, since last expiration here, 10/17. Why did stocks fall? Let's look at spiders first. So stocks fell. I mean, first of all, I have been saying for weeks that the market is overvalued, and so have basically every professional trading firm out there saying that. But I also said that there are a lot of new entrants who are individual retail traders in the market. There's almost twice what there was 5 years ago. And many of them are not like you, who do your homework, watching videos like what I do every day. Some of them just sort of trade emotionally. A lot of them trade emotionally. And so they got a little scared off on the government shutdown, and that gave professionals a little bit of an opportunity to sell along with them, magnifying the move, because professionals want to sell anyway. They think the market's overvalued. When the news came out today about that the shutdown might be nearing its end because of, I guess, some of the conservative Democrats in the Senate agreed to vote with the Republican way, opening the door to the end of the shutdown. That gave a happy feeling to the market, and it pushed stocks back higher. And that's really the only rationale for it. The market's still overvalued, and so I personally think that, well, frankly, we'll probably see some follow through up if the shutdown does end. But I think it's going to be short-lived. Now, let's look at gold. So gold, first of all, why was gold down? Well, gold was down because it was up over 40% on the year. It's just natural profit taking. And when it starts selling off, that's when people who bought down here or down here or down here, the opportunity to say, well, now's a good time to take profits. So that's the reason why gold was down. But why did it come back up today the same time that stocks did? When stocks entered a risk-on mood because of conflict resolution, doesn't gold go up when there is conflict? There's a different reason here. Another reason why gold was down is because the dollar got stronger. But now, with the markets back up, the government is going to start paying money, back pay to furloughed workers. And I don't know if you caught this, Trump announced a potential $2,000 dividend to pay lower and middle class Americans. That's a lot of $2,000 checks, if it is checks. Where do we get the money? We get the money by borrowing it. The government will borrow money with no intention of paying them back. You can't make money by giving it away. And so that puts the country in further debt, which, you know, you may think that that's good or bad or whatever. But from a investing standpoint, what that does, that's great for gold, because borrowing more money that you can't pay back, needing to borrow even more money in the future, means the dollar goes down. That means gold goes up. So it's a weird paradigm that we saw both the market and gold fall and then gap higher today. There's overlapping reasons, but mostly the reasons are very different. And I think it's important to understand that, because, and here's where I think I disagree with a lot of the folks, I think that as a result of everything, gold will continue higher. I hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart.